Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm going to try to keep this short. I know 7 minutes was a long time last time. So let me just clarify a few things that I was talking about last week when I mentioned to you about cleaning your face with the sponge. Make sure you wet it, okay? You got to wet the sponge, first of all. And I'm doing something different this week because I started thinking about when I was taking care of my father, I used to wash his face, shave his face with the shea butter. And a friend of mine mentioned if I use shea butter, I do use shea butter, but I do not use the refined shea butter because it does something, the way it's processed, and it's not really natural, and plus it has some way of doing something with the function of the brain, which have to look that up, but that's something I read. But I use the raw, unrefined, organic shea butter. I got this from Amazon.com, and this is 1 pound. I ordered 2 pounds, so that's 12 bucks, $6 a piece. The shipping, the same amount, 12 bucks. So I was desperate. I was running out, and I needed this. So you could probably find it cheaper as far as the shipping is concerned, but I just went on and ordered it. But I used to shave my father's face with this, and the results was really great. I would use the disposable razor, so I could only use it once because it'll clog up. So I switched from the shea butter shaving his face, which I got good results, and I started using the aloe vera gel, which that will go longer. And that way I could use the razor twice, as long as I didn't cut him, which I very seldom did. I could use the razor twice, but this gave him a very good shave. So what I'm doing now is I put this in the refrigerator, but I put some in a bottle, and I tried it. I started this week, and I'm washing my face with the aloe vera gel, and I really, really like it. So if you have oily skin and you don't want to use the oil to wash your face with, because the reason I don't use soap, that soap builds up, it clogs up the pore. Even if you call yourself washing it all off, you never really, really get it out. And I remember having, bumps on the side even after washing my face. So I would just use water, but just recently, within the past year or two, I started using the oil method, and then just this last week I'm doing the aloe vera gel, and so far so good. Now what you need to know is when you use the sponge, and I don't bathe with soap, I bathe with the oils and essential oils. I'll use this sponge as well for bathing with, and a cloth as well. But after you finish, and this is just for my face only, after you finish bathing, you need to clean these with soap. Even though I don't use soap, and I use the natural soap, Castile soap, this is good. And whatever you do, dilute it, half water and half Castile soap, or you can use a natural bar soap. This is the Nubian Heritage soap, and they have some really, really good soap. This is lemongrass. It smells real good. Clean your sponges really, really good with the soap so you can get that dirt out, because you will find that the dirt will get trapped in there, and you need to clean the sponge, and then just rinse it out real good. So I'm using this on my face now. I like what it's doing, and like I said, if you have oily skin, this would be great. And then the shea butter, this is thick compared to the refined, and you can mix it if you want, but you can see it is thick, but it's a good moisturizer. You can't be in a hurry. You really have to rub it in. But once you rub it in, because I would massage my dad from head to toe with this stuff, put this on him, and anytime he had to go to the hospital and the nurses would see him and they look at his skin, I mean, he was 83, because when he came to me, his skin was really bad. It was, especially his legs. This moisturized that man's skin. He had the most smoothest, beautiful skin ever. Chocolate. And his skin was like beautiful. And again, this is worth the trouble of getting, and worth the trouble of putting on your hands, because even after you wash your hands, and even with the soap, it still kind of like seals it, protects your skin, especially if you're allergic to some soaps and stuff from dishwashing. If you don't want to wear gloves, put some oil in your hand, and this soap is really good. So this shea butter. Now, I told you I only use olive oil or the Derma E from last week. I'm trying this too, because I realized I never tried the raw shea butter on my face. Listen to your face. So if my face starts breaking out with this, that means it's too thick, and then I'll have to go back to what I was using. But this has a lot of good healing properties. It's very medicinal. This is good for marks, scarring, and so forth. And then the aloe vera is good for wrinkles. In addition to the external, make sure you take care of the internal, so it's working together. Drink plenty of water. Like I said, I drink a half a gallon to a gallon of water. And if you're in your 50s, you really need to be drinking a lot of water, even if you don't feel thirsty. Put it, make it, put it in your schedule. That water, that is the elixir of life. In addition to a good diet and everything else that goes along with being healthy, yeah, you can't beat water. Water, there's nothing like water. And I have a filter that I just purchased. I'll talk about that another time, but you need to drink your water. Okay, well, that's it. And until next week, if you have any questions, just write it in the response in the box. This is the time to ask me, and if I can answer it. I'm not a doctor, but I do have a lot of experience in dealing with natural products and taking care of not only myself, my kids, my husband, my dad. And if I can help take care of you, by all means, take care.